Hey, hey, Blue Table fans. Today I've got an extra special treat for you. We're going to be taking a look at a White Scars army. This is a very mobile, very evocative, themed army. Fast attack, folks. That's what it's all about. So let's eat dessert first and take a look at this, oh my gosh, Fire Raptor. That's what it is. This is a transport. Got all sorts of missiles and guns and stuff. In fact, let's go ahead and turn it on its side. This is a Forge World kit, and it is quite exquisite. So you have like these door gunners. There's actually like a little Space Marine in there, if you can see him. So anyway, and we've magnetized these pieces here. They do move just a little bit, and this is not an easy point to magnetize because it's at an angle. It's kind of curved, but there are different options that go on here. And yeah, you just have to kind of line them up right to get them parallel there. So yeah, those do switch out for like heavy bolters, but this is really an exquisite model. Got a little White Scars freehand on there. Now white's a tough color to do, but this is broken up not only by grayish interior areas, but also by some freehand here. And of course also the panels that are red. So you can see that freehand on the other side as well. All right, folks, let's move on. We have let's take a look at the whole army. I don't know how many points this is. I'd guessed at least 2,000. A Storm Talon, which is a very versatile model. I do believe this has Vector Dancer, which makes it really be able to get where it needs to go. And I love this figure in the game. It's very versatile. I recommend one in every Space Marine army. And of course the good old Storm Raven, which has really stood the test of time. People love this fig. It's got magnetized points up top. I'm not showing them to you, but there are like 50 magnetized pieces for this. So magnetized up top. If you magnetize this, you'll need to also magnetize on these this little guard piece, because it only comes with one set. So same thing in the front. It has switchability. These are the Typhoon missile launchers. So again, that's kind of hard to do it with my bare hand, or excuse me, with just one hand. But there you go. All right. So now let's look at the good stuff here. It's the bikes. Oh my gosh, we've got some like Mongolian themed stuff going on with the scimitar and the little, you know, buckler there, and the tassels and the furs and whatnot, like this guy here. This guy's not messing around, man. He's got like a two-handed sword. He's like driving with his kneecaps, you know. I always imagine that these guys have like a little Power of the Machine spirit type thing going on, and they, you know, so they don't have to have their hands on the wheels at all times. Yeah, a lot of themed guys. The sergeants have like these green power weapons, and yeah, so a cool feature here is there's little tiny itsy bitsy little bits of battle damage everywhere, and that is that's like sponged on, and then you put in a little bit of like metallics in the middle. You kind of have to microsurgery that one. And it's like battle damage. So anyway, Dreadnought, again, very striking. The trick is, like, if you look on this, there's actually like grayish areas, and it's like a bit of a titanium white on these guys. And for White Scars, you know, there are different shades of white that you can do. So anyway, some of the bikes are like banking, which I think is a nice effect there. And but you don't want to overdo it, because on the board they can start kind of mishmash. Like here, I kind of made it so that like they're coming around, giving a little bit of a narrative quality. But when you're playing, you certainly don't have time for that, and people don't really notice anyway. Got some scout bikers here. These guys are fun. Forge World doors and front panels on the two rhinos. Again, that's very mobile. And by the way, these are magnetized, so it magnetizes a thing here. Now, how we do is we just put a metal plate across one side and then magnets on the bottom, and that serves quite handsomely for magnetization. Yeah, and these switch out too. Again, metal plate in there. That's BTP style. We do a lot of magnetization. We order magnets by the thousands and of all sorts of different shapes and sizes, so we have the right tool for the right job. Here's your infantry, and again, these guys have some subtle shading on them, a little bit of battle damage on there, and I think that gives them their little extra oomph. The client picked up White Scar shoulder pads, which of course we've painted up, so those are embossed, which can be a nice feature. This guy's got like a power maul. I'm not sure, you know, if that's really particularly awesome in the game. Power axe is awesome. Yeah, and that's old school right there. Some of you will recognize that one. And pretty straightforward. White is a very difficult color to do, but if you do some battle damage on it, like this is actually, if you look at these little like bullet holes there, they're actually highlighted along the bottom to give them depth. Those are not actual holes on there. So pretty cool stuff. Makes me happy inside. I really like this army. I'd love to do a bat rep with it. That'd be really great. Probably have to be, oh, okay. And by the way, these do not have the weapons on them, but they are magnetized. And so anyway, it'd be great to do a bat rep, but I think somebody else would have to do it because I'm really not that familiar with White Scars or even Space Marines. But I give them a run for their money with my Eldar. That'd be a fun matchup, actually, Eldar versus White Scars, and play on a big board with very widely spaced objectives. I think that would be really fun. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. And do remember Blue Table Painting for your assembly and painting needs. We are ready to do whole armies or down to the individual figure. We're actually working on our largest project ever right now, which is an Imperial Guard army. And it's easily 3 times the size of the largest army that we've ever done. And that is really saying something. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.